My name is Jeremy, and this is Good Beer Matters. This is a special Christmas episode of the Good Beer Matters podcast. I just wanted to have some fun and celebrate the holidays with you. I also want to let you know that in 2024, I'm taking a break from the Good Beer Matters podcast. It's not an end per se, but I'm indefinitely pausing the podcast. I've been thinking about new ways to share education about the craft and culture of beer with you, and I plan to explore those. Thank you so much for listening to me and my guests on the Good Beer Matters podcast over the years. It's been a beautiful and impactful experience for me, and I hope you feel the same. I have some plans for Good Beer Matters, but it will take some time to bring them to fruition. Meanwhile, I urge you to go back through 6 years of guests, stories, and advice to make our industry and world of beer a little brighter. Stay safe and healthy out there. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and have a great New Year. But for now, here's the special Christmas edition of Good Beer Matters. 'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the pub, patrons downed their pints and finished their grub. As I put away dishes and set up the chairs, I dreamed of more, but wondered, who cares? I considered my brewery as I sipped from my beer, and wished for a way to deliver more cheer. I was weary from working and staying up late, but I wondered, just wondered, how to make this place great. When outside the brewery arose such a clatter, I ran to the window to see what was the matter. I moved carefully as I crept by the mill. I had a beer in my hand and I didn't want to spill. Between the pallets of malt and bags of hops, I saw bright red lights, and it wasn't the cops. Through my beer-goggled eyes, I saw him appear, with 8 horned animals and a sleigh full of beer. He moved in a flash with a dip and a run, then magically appeared from behind the mash tun. He wore red coveralls like a red and white panda, or maybe, just maybe, he was a craft brewing Santa. He had broad shoulders and a bit of a gut. He smelled of fruitcake and sweet coconut. Malt flowed from his pockets and hops from his beard. It was kind of awesome and not at all weird. "Listen up," he said. "I've something to say. I bring a special gift for this holiday. A great experience is something worth sharing, and the trick to this gift is better beer pairing." All of a sudden I heard a great commotion, like boats crashing amidst a storming ocean. Down came from the starlit sky, bounding reindeer moving ever so spry. Along with them came Santa's little assistants. I rubbed my eyes as I processed their existence, whether induced by alcohol or perhaps from the strain, but this vision seared firmly into my brain. I watched the scene unfold and started to smile. After all, brewing Santa had swagger and style. He twisted his mustache, his biceps flexed, and I listened carefully to what he said next. "People want beer with a story, you see, full of craft and culture and a little mystery, with flavor so good from ingredients so pure. Trust me, that's what they'll be drinking for sure." The team prepped the menu and packed it with cheer so that every meal would be well paired with beer. They considered the options and worked to make it right so that our guests would be filled with absolute delight. Pairing should elicit joy, not worry or stress. We deserve better and shouldn't settle for less. For his last point, he leaned in close to tell, for anything worth drinking is worth drinking well. For the first time, the pub felt merry and bright. Then he said, "Our work here is done for the night." But we heard him exclaim as they started to scatter, "Great pairings for all, because good beer matters."